we are a Grandmaster, it's only up from here. Bigger quests with bigger rewards and bigger threats to clear. 24 full years of questing to make our deaths, we're doing fine. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2009.
Welcome back to Aberrant Spectre Prison. And also May 19th, 2009. We are here getting 92 HP. Constitution. Whatever. Halfway to 99. No unlocks. But more health is always good. Still, a lot more of this to do. 96 ranged. That's nothing. That's an ectoplasmator. That's also nothing. 97 ranged. It's been a lot. It's been a lot here. And that is no unlocks whatsoever. But we are almost done. Well, the crystal bow has run out of charges. Again. I think that was twice in this set of Aberrant Spectres here. Anyways, I'm gonna say that's about done. We'll need to go and recharge this again, because we still need the crystal bow. It's gonna be cheaper again, so it's fine. And money is definitely not an issue. We've got another 9.2 million coins here to withdraw. Bringing the cash check up to 14 million, almost 300,000, which seems a lot, along with the other 1,000 charms and 11,000 nature runes and 4,500 herbs. It is a lot, it really is. But it did take like 35, 40 hours plus, so it better be good piles of things. Lots of stuff we need to do here. But that is going to have to, well, it doesn't have to, but it's going to wait until after updates. On May 21st, 2009, the guaranteed content poll for naming a pub had 70,000 people voting on things for it. It's going to be the Poison Arrow Pub in East Ardoyne, archery themed. Got questions for various characters that are going to be there, like Marion the Barmaid, who was previously a bandit, Jeff the Fletcher, who tried to get into the Ranging Guild but accidentally shot, Sparky the Squirrel, who now has an arrow-based crutch walking around. It's going to be a great time once that's actually in the game. Had to pass the poll first, of course. There's also going to be new drinks and foods for the pub there. Ranger's Aid, skewered kebabs, and just all sorts of fun decorations. Well, once it's a place. For the next guaranteed content poll, go to the forums to suggest names for a new Slayer monster. The best ones will be put into the next poll, and that's actually a thing. Also get a Run Energy blog on musicians and resting more. More about balancing how fast energy is regained, whether resting anywhere or with the musicians. Locations of the musicians, the different music for the different places, having to use a sitting animation instead of lying down to not clip into so many things so much. Just continuing progress in all these various development blogs. So that's fun. On May 27th, 2009, patch notes. Stopped some monsters in the God Wars dungeon being always aggressive in order to combat AFK training. PVM deaths in PvP worlds now will count as long as you die to a monster and you're more than 15 squares away from whoever would have had the kill credit on you, or anybody else that would hit you either. So you can not lose your stuff to somebody else and they don't even know you're there. You can make super fishing explosives if your Herblore level is higher than the required level. And fight arena quest improvements. All kinds of stuff in the patch notes. In the world map, in-game, there's now dungeon maps. So you can go between the world map and the dungeon maps, see all the different stuff. Toggle the "You Are Here" marker, so it's not always in the way. And a better search for the map, which is nice. Also in-game, we got the chat spam filter, filtering out 2,700 of the least important messages that constantly get spammed. Stuff like, "You chop a log, you chop a log, you chop a log." Now only get useful things, for the most part. And it is toggleable, in case you really want to see every time you get a log or whatever. Also some graphical improvements to leprechauns, while also moving them closer to their various patches. Also graphical improvements to hit splats and hit point bars. And the bars also made longer for enemies with more than 200 hit points, which with our numbers would be 2,000 still, but not too many things have that much life. A couple things do them. On the quest for free-to-play improvements, most members-only interactions have been removed on free-to-play worlds. Stuff like trying to pickpocket things, using agility shortcuts, starting members' quests. Make it feel like less of a demo, or at least that's the idea. On May 28th, 2009, Postbag from the Hedge 40. Got Zanuck, Dwarves, Mother Malum, Penstrom Klaus, all sorts of questions, all sorts of things. The new Dwarf Quest blog, part 4, about coding and writing, with the same developer, most of the time doing both of those things. Talking about RuneScape, the in-house coding language, challenges of writing good and concise dialogue at the same time, using placeholder graphics until the graphics team actually has the things done, and the plan to have the dwarf graphical rework going to be after the quest. No, that's not going to be for this one, at least. On May 29th, 2009, the Jagex Clan Cup 2009 finishes up. Various clan versus clan events. Combat took place in a 100 versus 100 clan wars fight. The winning clan was the Titans. The combined cup took place in Stealing Creation, where the winning clan was Wicked Fury. And the Skilling Cup was Fishing and Woodcutting XP per hour, won by Divination. Whole bunch of clans, whole bunch of people. Good stuff. On June 1st, 2009, Pay by SMS, now available in Estonia and Lithuania. Amazing. And on June 2nd, 2009, patch notes. Glass blowing animation improved. Removed safe spots during the Great Brain Robbery. Added champion scrolls to several drop tables that they probably should have been on already. And you can no longer kill the melee training dummies. They're not supposed to die. Also got more messages added to the spam filter. Developer blog link on the home page. And the next quest, which is Hunt for Red Rectuber. The next Penguin quest, requiring Cold War, Sea Slug, 38 Thieving, 45 Construction, 45 Hunter, a Clockwork Penguin suit, 8 Silk, 4 Planks, a Needle, 2 Thread, 6 free inventory spaces, and empty hand and cape slots. That's quite a few different things and spaces required, so we'll see what order we need these things in, whether we can hold all this stuff at once. And we need to go talk to Larry at the Ardoin Zoo. Let's get it. Really cannot fit all the planks and silk here. So we'll see if this will work. If we need to, we can move some other things around. We can at least start talking to Larry here. Hi, Larry. Hunt for Red Rectuber. Ah, good. I knew you'd hear my mental anguish and come help me. The penguins are beginning their invasion. The time to act is now. Larry, what are you doing in that jacket? What's going on? The other zookeepers put me in this jacket to protect myself. Ha! They're the ones who need protection. I'll explain everything if you promise to help me. You're the only one I can trust. Will you help me? Okay. Accept. Okay, I'll help you. Although, I think this jacket suits you. It brings out the color of your eyes. Keep your voices down. The other zookeepers don't know I've escaped from my cage. I'm going to hide out here while you get proof that I'm not crazy. I'm not sure proof of that exists, Larry. Listen to me. I went on holiday to do some fishing. My therapist said it would calm my nerves. Anyway, while I was fishing, a giant penguin surfaced out of the water. I ran away to alert the local authorities, of course. But by the time I returned with reinforcements, the penguin was gone. They handed me over to the zookeepers, and that's how I ended up in this jacket. Where were you when this happened? Maybe I could investigate the area and see if there's any physical proof of the penguins? Or any other witnesses? I was at the coast of Witch Haven. The atmosphere there is so calming. You went on holiday to Witch Haven? Larry, they're all crazy there. There's a weird breed of slug and... They're not crazy. I felt right at home there. I feel the locals and I connected on many levels. Besides, slugs aren't a threat, penguins are. If you say so, Larry. I'll go investigate and see if I can find a way to prove you're not insane. Wait. Before you go, can you scratch my nose? It's been driving me insane. But not literally. Scratch, scratch, scratch. There you go. You're welcome. A holiday to Witch Haven. One of the choices of all time. My goodness. Man, that's not too far away. We can go check out Witch Haven for evidence of a giant penguin. Says the not crazy guy. You got it. You got it. Okay. Here's the pub right here. It's going to be the Poison Arrow pub. There's nothing in here yet. Don't look at it. Just an empty building. Don't look at it. Anyways, over to Witch Haven. I'm not killing a chicken. It's fine. Here is some evidence. Inspect gigantic footprint. This is a massive footprint. It's got 3 claws. I think it's a penguin-like footprint. Larry wasn't kidding when he said a giant penguin. Better go tell Larry that I've found proof he isn't crazy. Look at the size of this footprint. My goodness. Just walking through Witch Haven or something. Wild stuff out here. Wild stuff. Okay. Back to Larry. We're gonna go south around the zoo here. Would also be an option. There is some slight fence changes south of the zoo, so this way works better. In general. It's all pretty much fine, honestly. We get where we're getting to. Eventually. Somewhat. Somehow. Alright, Larry. Other zookeepers, pay no mind. Larry is... Again, he said he was out of his cage. October. I've seen a footprint. It's huge. You weren't kidding when you said a giant penguin. Of course I wasn't kidding. I don't have a sense of humor. It was the scariest thing I've ever witnessed. It beached on the shore, then righted itself and walked towards me. I ran away. I mean, I went for backup. So I don't know what happened to it after that. What could it be? It can't be alive. There aren't any penguins that size. It moved a great deal like your penguin suit. I think they've taken that technology and modified it to make a giant submersible penguin. A pengmersible, if you will. Otherwise known as a submarine, Larry. It doesn't matter what it's called. Can you prove to the zookeepers it was there? There you are. You shouldn't be talking to members of the public. Don't make me put you back in the monkey cage, Larry. And excuse me, you're gonna cage him? He doesn't deserve to be caged. It's Larry. He's crazy. He's a danger to himself and the public. He's always lying about penguins and conspiracies. I'd hoped the Jack would keep him out of trouble, but obviously with people like you encouraging him, he's has escaped. He's not crazy. He really did see a gigantic penguin in Witchhaven. If you have even taken a second to check out his story, you already know that. I don't have time to scamper all over Gilderoy checking out Levy's stories. Don't you have better things to do with your time? You have to believe me, Chief. Listen to him. He went to Witchhaven and found conclusive evidence that something happened there. Okay, Larry, but this is the last time. If there is proof that something happened, then I'll let you out. But I don't want you hanging around the zoo anymore. You're giving the place a bad name. But if there isn't proof, well, I'm afraid you know what I'll have to do. To the monkey cage. Yep, there we go. Yes. Well, I have never seen a footprint like that. I can't deny that something happened here. Although the citizens of this town don't seem quite right. They may have been up to something. Still, a deal is a deal. You're free to go, Larry. See, I told you they were up to something. And now you've seen proof and you have to believe me? I think we should take action against those penguins in the zoo first, Chief. You know, I've been saying for years that they're spies and they're a danger to the community. Larry, I don't think right now is the time to gloat. How about you get out of that jacket and we'll talk penguins, okay? Yes, take him away. Feed him to the penguins for all I care. Problem solved. Okay, hardcore ultimate Ironman Artic. Just let me slip into something more comfortable and we'll be on our way. More comfortable than a straitjacket. Perfect. Ah, that's better. Now I can scratch my own nose. We must go to the iceberg and discover what the penguins are up to. We need to gather more information about this giant underwater penguin. Okay, I'll meet you at the boat. I have an errand to need to run first. You've traveled there enough to do it on your own now. Just take the boat from Rebecca. Remember, it's near the rock crabs. Oh, I nearly forgot. Remember to bring your penguin suit with you. What good will you be as a spy if you're not dressed for it? No problem. I have it with me. We're prepared. Fantastic. Okay. The boat from Roleka. Going to be a house, Edgeville, fairy ring kind of situation here. It works. We can technically get there without the fairy rings and everything, though. So if we do need to get rid of a space for other things, the lunar staff is definitely on the list for that. Could also get some fire runes and Alk the lava battle staff. That would be another one. If we had the tool belt for the needle, that would be another, but we don't. We also need to take off the cape and the anything in the hands for certain parts here too, so a fair number of inventory space issues. And also the 6 herbs and 2 piles of charms we have. That's not really helping anything, obviously. It really depends whether we can do the planks and silk interaction individually here. Travel to the iceberg. Yes, go before the rock crabs attack us. Okay. Take these off preemptively. Here's our destroyed bird hide from Cold War. Here's Larry. Let our espionage begin. I hope you brought that penguin soup with you. Of course I did. Good, then we can begin. Your mission is a vital one. Now that we know we're dealing with some sort of submersible vessel, we need as much information about it as you can find. But most importantly, we need to know how to stop it. Shouldn't we find out what they're planning to do with it before we learn how to stop it? What good could come of penguins having a submarine? No, our first priority is to disable it, then perhaps destroy it. To summarize, in case you weren't paying attention while spouting your penguin sympathies, we need to know where the submarine is, how to board it, and how to sabotage it. How exactly do you expect me to find all that out? They're not just going to tell me. Improvise, explore, and ask questions. I'm sure you'll find it out somehow. Now, are you ready to be a penguin? Alright, I'll go. I guess so. Penguin time. Back in the penguin suit. Or, it's in a penguin suit. It's a new one. Previous one was destroyed. Because we Did we lose it during it? Yeah. We also have a polar bear over here. Do you got the polar bear? He might try to eat you. Better not tickle him in the suit. That's a polar bear. Seems kind of shy. As far as in here goes, what else is really here? We're just going to get inside the avalanche. Enter the secret lair. Ooh, so secret, so lair. Now with additional room that we're gonna deal with later. And a captured penguin. Hey there. Where have you been, trainee? We should have started this interrogation hours ago. I want to find lateness in my students. What am I being trained in? Forgetful too? It's outrageous I'm expected to train such penguins. I'm teaching you the art of interrogation. It's a delicate art full of finesse and shouting. I hope you have not forgotten our previous lessons on the steps of interrogation. We shall find out soon enough, as this is your first practical exam. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. Good show. Now let's begin. Our subject today was once a loyal comrade. He was a shipmate of our new submarine. We lost contact a while ago, and he suddenly appeared on our doorstep with a message. The captain of the submarine told us, "No more waiting, the time to strike is now. A higher power commands it." We can track where the submarine is, but every time we try to make contact, it disappears. We believe there is some sort of code or signal to board the ship, board the sub. We may question this penguin and attempt to find out the signal. It will require trickery, so be careful how hard you press him, how you answer his statements. Try to shake his confidence. You may proceed. Comrade, I'd like to hear your side of the story. My captain trusted me above all other shipmates to deliver his message to the pescaling. Though my captain loves all penguins, he's found a greater leader than the pescaling. My captain will bring unity to all creatures of the sea by destroying the humans. Nothing can be done to stop him, because they'll never be able to find him. We took the submarine to benefit all penguin kind. Our sacrifice will be remembered. Which time would you like to press him on? Yes. Captain trusts me to deliver the message. Captain must trust you a great deal. You're so trustworthy. You're worth coming back for. Yes, he'll come back. Then we'll all celebrate his victory. Or he'll come back for you and be caught. All because you didn't help us. You'll be his downfall. No, that will not happen. I will not betray him. You're getting somewhere. You need to shake his confidence more. Captain found a great leader. He's betraying everything the penguins worked for. Captain's a traitor. What could possibly be greater than the pescaling? Leader controls all. Our leader is the sea. It's eternal and far more powerful than the pescaling. The sea may control your captain, but he controls your life. Now you're swallow a little too much seawater. The sea may control your captain, but he controls your life. He sent you here to take his punishment for being a traitor. Even if he does come back for you, you will suffer greatly for his misdeeds. But why? Am I not still a comrade? I brought good news of our imminent victory. HB must make an example of you, all because your captain wasn't brave enough to come himself. Good, you're making progress. Keep pressing him. Bring unity by destroying the humans. Why not unite all penguins to the sea first? Where will he strike? You'll have to be destroyed in the process. All about careful interrogation here. Why not unite all penguins to the sea first? Wouldn't it be better to spread the word of the sea to all penguins first? His demonstration of our strength will spread the word more quickly. He's only demonstrating his impatience. Through unity, according to penguin doctrine, he's only demonstrating his impatience. He'll bring all humans down upon penguins, and they'll be destroyed. Humans are not clever enough to destroy us. Oh, really? They do a pretty good job of destroying themselves. Will happen when they focus all their strength against you. I'm sure the captain's considered this. He must have. Keep going, he's very close to breaking. A few more tough questions, I think you'll have him, comrade. Nothing can stop him. According to the KGP, the submarine can be tracked. If he comes to rescue, he'll be captured, so we have to surface at some point. He can be tracked. It's only a matter of time until he's found. Tracked, perhaps, but captured, no. Captain's too clever to be captured. That doesn't seem to have an effect. Try again. Submarine will have to surface at some point. Why can't he be found? Submarine will surface, but you don't know how to signal it correctly to board it. You know what the signal is. You'll have to do it once he comes to rescue you, so you can board. He's really waiting eagerly to see what you do. But I'll sacrifice myself and not give away the signal. My captain is more important than me. Not quite. Surface at some point. So there is a secret signal. Thanks for confirming that. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what it is? No. That wasn't quite right. Comes to rescue, he'll be captured. I'm sure he can manage to get me without being caught. He's clever. Perhaps he's clever, but a submarine is rather conspicuous. Face it, he's not coming for you. It's too dangerous for him. He's nearly broken. One more push, and I think we'll get the information we need. Take the submarine to benefit all mankind. Our sacrifice will be remembered. Our sacrifice? Only you appear to be making the sacrifice. Your captain and shipmates are safely hidden on the submarine, while you're being imprisoned here. It was an honor to be chosen. He did not make the choice lightly, he told me. Yes, I'm sure he spent a great deal of time pondering which minion to get rid of. What were you? A cook's assistant? Messenger? Cabin cleaner? So it's no great loss to the sub that you're gone. Enough, I can't take it anymore. I do not wish to betray my captain, but perhaps he has chosen the wrong course. You must save him. No harm must come to him. I'll do my best, but I must know how to board the submarine if I am to help him at all. You must call him with the horn of the sea. Then you must dance the dance of the sea. Dance with a wave. Writing this down. Important information. Then groove with a cheer. Finish with a bow. Thank you, comrade. You did the right thing. Now I know how to call the submarine. I better note it down. I already did. Well done, comrade. Take over from here. You passed your test with flying colors. Fascinating. What he said about the horn of the sea and the dance. I wonder if any of it has to do with the strange shell he was carrying. Which reminds me, comrade. Don't disturb the prisoner's belongings on the crate there. Their evidence in the case against him are now property of the Pescaling. What's the dance need to do? It's a sea, wave, cheer, and bow. This has a fun little hat. And also in here, search the crate that we're not supposed to take from. Seems busy prisoner. I think I can risk it. I don't have enough room to take everything from the crate. Well, I know. This is the part where we need 6 inventory spaces. I'm gonna take everything from the crate. Yoink. There's the horn of the sea. There is, he's wearing a monkfish hat. Where, or maybe it's a ray hat. It's a ray hat. There's also the monkfish hat, the puffer hat, and the octopus hat. Lovely stuff. So paying for another. Destroy the puffer. Destroy the octopus. Pick up the stuff that we have with us. So we got a hat. Got the shell. Didn't say where they were going to be out, though. Well, that information could be deeper in. Also, can we take off the hat here? Yes, we can. Cool, 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 cool. If we want to search to where the sub is at, it's going to be the war room. When open, it's controlled from that booth. Agent, can I get through these doors? No one goes through the doors. Those are my orders. I'd really like to go through the doors. Okay. Talking to people. Like ping and pong. I need to get into the war room. Maybe you should talk to the guard. The dude's in a good mood. He might let you through. He's never in a good mood, man. He'd only let you through if he was unconscious, like asleep. You're saying I should hit him over the head and knock him out? No way, dude. That's totally bad karma. I mean, you should sing him a lullaby or something. How can I be sure that'd make him fall asleep? He might just arrest me for being a nuisance. I know, we've got this. Like, almost done song? If we found out what makes him sleepy, we could sing about it. That'd make him fall asleep for sure. That seems like a pretty thin idea, but I don't have any other options. Hey, I'm gonna bother you about things. Hey, the guard over here. Here I come, to bother you. Agent. So, guarding. Must be a pretty tiring job, eh? Not really. I find it stimulating, getting to yell at people. But you must have those days when you'd really like a nap. Up late the night before, didn't get to have any tea. Yep, must make you pretty tired. I'm in bed by sundown, sleep the whole night, and I avoid caffeinated drinks. I want to grow another 2 inches. So no, I don't feel like having a nap. By sundown? That's amazing. How do you do it? You must have a routine that helps you get to sleep. Well, I do actually. I drink some warm cocoa, kiss my chicklings goodnight, wrap my feathers in a green blanket. I have pleasant dreams about the big blue sea and squirrels playfully running around on the coast. That sounds really peaceful. No wonder you feel so well rested. It's not always that pleasant. Those terrible bards play music all night, and even though I hate the taste, I have to drink coffee the next day to stay awake. I have nightmares the next night about bears coming at me with their claws, and then sharks chomping and making the sea go red. That's why I arrest those bards all the time, so I can get a good night's sleep. Oh, I see. Well, I'll be toddling off now. Hope you sleep well. La 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 la. He really does not like the bards. Which, honestly, sleep quality. They're right here. I spoke to the guard and found out what makes him sleepy, but also what doesn't make him sleepy. I think I have enough information now. Gnarly, bro. We'll read our song and to you, and then you can fill in the blank spots with words you got from the guard. Rockhopper penguin on the ice crop. When the ice breaks, your body will drop. The next line we need a word. It goes, something will come circling, watching you fall. Watching you fall. Something will come circling. Well, squirrels. Great word. Next line is a word too. And down will come penguin, things and all. Chicklings and all. Next line. Rockhopper penguin in the something sea. Blue. Here's another one. Things are approaching. They want you for tea. Bears. Almost done with the song. You can defeat these terrible foes with their secret weapon, a something on the nose. Yeah. Guess on the nose. Okay, this is the last bit we need help with. Rockhopper penguin, king of the sea. You are way cooler than they could be. Sharks. All the words we need, let's rock out. Rockhopper penguin on the ice crop. When the ice breaks, your body will drop. Squirrels will come circling, watching your fall. And down will come penguin, chicklings and all. Rockhopper penguin in the blue sea. Bears are approaching, they want you for tea. You can defeat these terrible foes with your secret move, a kiss on the nose. Rockhopper penguin, king of the sea, you're way cooler than the sharks could ever be. How's it sound, dude? You happy with it? Yep, sounds fine. Let's go make the guard narcoleptic. Right behind you, dude. Lead the way and we'll be your backup. Assume we got all the words right. If he falls asleep, we'll be good. Some of those things were there. What do you want? I want to sing you a song. And a 1, 2, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Ping and Ponger here. Rockhopper penguin on the ice crop. When the ice breaks, your body will drop. So as it comes circling, watching you fall, and down come penguin, chickling and all. Rockhopper penguin in the blue sea. Bears are approaching, they want you for tea. You can defeat these terrible foes with a secret weapon, a kiss on the nose. Rockhopper penguin, king of the sea. You are cooler than sharks would ever could be. And he is out of here. Blah. He's asleep. Yes, we did it. Looks like he'll be out for hours. Still, I better hurry and get into the war room. Thank you, Ping. Thank you, Pong. Fantastic stuff. Operate control panel. We're out of here. Or into here, technically. Okay. Entering the war room. Here we go. And here are dwarves. Glosser, Medwin, Obert, and Madden. Hey guys. The work we're doing can't be rushed, no matter what your penguin schedule is. I don't understand. What are you doing here? Haven't you been listening? I don't have anything to say to you, penguin. I'm not a penguin, I'm a spy. I need to speak to you. Ah, like I'm gonna fall for that one. If you're a spy, prove it. If I get out of here, the suit now, or leave the war room, I'll be kicked off the iceberg. Leave the suit, prove you're a spy? Yeah. Alright, here goes nothing. We get out of the penguin suit. Keeping our penguin suit, and somehow keeping the Ray hat on our head, which looks fantastic. Oh, there you go. See, I am a spy. I built this penguin suit, and this guy Larry shrinks me with magic so I can fit inside. Now, will you tell me what you're doing here? This doesn't seem like a normal environment for dwarves. Impressive. Suit to make you look like a penguin. What we're doing here? We're prisoners who were kidnapped and forced to work for the penguins. The penguins managed to build a large clockwork penguin, similar to your suit there, but they wanted something more versatile. Somehow they heard that we dwarves are skilled engineers. So what exactly did you create? We created a submarine. So it was you. That submarine is terrorizing the coast and is threatening to destroy major ports. I am trying to gather enough information to stop it. Since you built it, you should know how to disable it. Could you teach me? Why would we do that? We help you disable it, they'll just make us build another one. There's nothing in it for us. You brought us one of those penguin suits for each of us. Then we can discuss training you. With those suits, we can escape from here. I need to speak to Larry first. I don't know if you can cast his spell far enough for you to get in the suit. Talk to Larry. So, when we leave the war room, we get kicked out of here, so that's perfect. We're just run through here. It's been a break. Red alert. Yeah, we're out. Who do you think you are a threat? We're right where we need to be. Didn't even take our penguin suit this time. I found out who made the submarine. The penguins have kidnapped some dwarves and forced them to design and build the submarine. Fascinating. The penguins are getting more aggressive and resourceful. I think the dwarves are the key to learning how to disable the sub. But they won't help me unless I give them something in return. What could they want? They're dwarves, so I suppose they might want beer. I would if I was kidnapped by penguins. They want penguin suits, so they can escape. I can make more, but can you cast the spell from this distance? No. I can't cast the spell from that distance. I can't maintain it for more than one person anyway. Dwarves are pretty short. Not as small as penguins, though. I don't see how wearing a penguin suit would disguise them enough to escape. They were insistent on having the suits, or they wouldn't help me. Well, who am I to stop them from trying to escape? Since they're larger than your average penguin, you'll need more silk than usual. In fact, I think you'll need about 8 silk pieces in total. We won't need the clockwork inside the suit, so you won't need to make it at your house. Just take the 8 silk, 4 wooden planks, a needle, and thread to the dwarves. Then you can show them how to make a suit. Okay, I think I can manage that. We're gonna get started gathering those supplies. Alright. That was definitely numbers. 2 planks, 8 silk, 4 planks, 8 silk. Cape off, weapon off, penguin suit, needle, thread, yes. Okay. So we need, looks like 6 more inventory spaces here. Oh boy. We can destroy the conch shell and pick it up when we're ready. That's 1. We can destroy the lunar staff. Buy that back for 30,000. That's 2. Can we alch the skill cape and the staff and the hatchet, I guess. We're gonna need 5 runes for that. That'll give us 5 spaces. We need 1 more. We can get into the penguin suit and then pick a thing up. So we just need to juggle a thing over here. And then we'll have enough space. Okay. It's a plan. It's something. And we're back. I did alch the axe, and then need the axe to chop logs to have the butler turn into planks. So we need to go and get another axe and juggle the logs, and went to Alchrid and got some silk. That's fine. And then teleported to Camelot and ran back up here. It all works out. Also didn't need to juggle anything, because I can wield the bow. And now drop a silk, take off the bow, penguin time. This counts as a hat. Penguin time. Nope. It's a magical penguin hat, so we can wear it on our head and then it's on the penguin's head. I'm not going to question it. Take the silk, and we are good to go. This will be a lot easier with an additional 8, 9 inventory slots. But we're making it work. We need to consider the skill cape situation, though, at this point. Because I think we're down to only the cooking cape. And that one's special effect to always cook food that doesn't exist yet. It's going to be a little bit more impactful and unavoidable. So I might just go and buy another thieving cape or something. At any rate, we're making it back here. Do we have to take off the suit again? We'll just talk to him. Edwin. The past year, I'm supposed to wear penguins every few minutes. Hi, back. Now you get out of that suit. It's too creepy talking to you like this. You got the suit? Give me a second. Give me a second. I drop the silk. I'm back. Suit like this. When it's out, I got the suit. Yes. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna drop something else. So we can have this and pick up the silk. We'll drop these earth runes. Pick up a silk. Well then, have you brought us anything worthwhile? I spoke to Larry. He can't cast a spell on you to shrink you into the suit. You're too big to fit in the suit just as it is. You call me tall, human. I resent being called tall. I'm just saying your penguins are smaller than you. Even you must be able to see that. This also makes a lot more sense with the old, not as wide dwarf models. They were more penguin-sized, at least. At least a little bit more, I suppose. Well, if you won't give us suits, we won't help you. I can show you how to make penguin suits. It'll be much bigger than the penguins. Still, it might give you a chance to escape. Yes, that sounds fine. Bigger suits will be fine. If they haven't noticed you walking around in that disaster of a disguise, they won't notice us. We need to supply us with the equipment to make the suits since we can't leave here. I have all the supplies we need. And we give them to you, and he'll instruct you on how to make the suits. Hand the dwarf the supplies. Right, let's get started. First, lay out the silk. And there we go. You instruct the dwarves in the art of constructing penguin disguises. You're a skilled instructor, human. I'm impressed with the simplicity of the design. Now it's my turn to instruct you. As soon as you're trading, first you'll need tools. Let me pick up my earth runes. Come on. Where'd you wander off to? You left before I could give you your toolbox and explain how to disable the submarine. The dwarf hands you a toolbox. These are the tools. This box contains all the tools you need to disable the submarine. Disable will redirect the submarine to a safe port and force it to rise out of the water. What you do from there is up to you. I'll walk you through it now. Then you'll do it once on your own to show you understand. Here we go. This is the engine panel that controls the submarine. With a few simple modifications, you can disable the submarine. Use the wrench to open the wire cover box. Cut the green and red wires with the wire cutters. This will cut off the command room from the engine. Use the spare wire to rewire the green wire to the red wire. Now you've rerouted control to the engine room. Wrap the tape around the raw ends. Pump air into the pipes until it's near red. The submarine will need some air pressure to maneuver to your new destination. Oh, I know a thing or two about bellows. See, there was this ogre who had me inflate frogs. Did I say there was talking? I don't think so. Now pay attention. bellows to red. Turn the wheel, but watch the gauge. Stop once it's green. The arrow will point straight up. If you don't stop, you'll have to pump the bellows again. That until the green arrow is straight up. Pull the lever and the submarine will start on its new course. Just sit back and the sub will do the rest. Pull the lever. Right, now you give it a go. Just use the panel here. Do everything in the right order. Alright. Bag of tools. Engine panel. Here it is. Use the wrench to open the wire box. Use the wire cutter on the red and green wire. Put the wire on the wire. Tape it over. Use the bellows on the pipe. Pump it until it's in the red. Valve wheel. Until it's back in the green. And the lever. That did it. That should disable the submarine. Alright. Well, you managed to disable a pretend submarine. There's hope for you yet. You can practice again anytime you want. Just use the panel. Or if you feel a bit thick, I can take you through the steps again. Go through it again? No. No thanks. Okay. So that's that. That's what we need. Now we just need to go back and get the conch shell here. There's been a breach. Red alert. Yeah. They really need to throw us somewhere else. They're not throwing us in with the Ice Lords anymore. Well, we already proved we can get out of there, so. That's fine, I guess. Oh, just so nice having a little bit more inventory space here. We'll need to go and get the staff, probably, and the axe. There's how much jade vine I want to keep doing. And where other penguins are going to be. For right now, having a little bit more inventory space is kind of helpful. Sneak back in here. Risk it for this. Get that back. We'll take all the other hats because they're fantastic. And now, let's go look at that polar bear that was right over here. Well, that's something. Well, not in the suit. Preferably. Sliding. Okay, I'm ready to be big again. Please get me out of this. Alright, keep calm. One growth spurt coming up. And we're still wearing the hat. We're having a great time. Octopus hat is better, though. Obviously. Talk to the polar bear. What are you doing here? Hello? You're not very well hidden, you know. Fine, be that way. I'll tickle you. What are you doing? Yep, that's a polar bear. We ever learn where it's at? That's a good question. I found out more about the submarine. Well, I know how to call the submarine thanks to interrogation. I also received a toolbox from the dwarves and instructed me on disabling the submarine. Overall, we're making good progress. Yes, but now the most important part. Where's the submarine? You can find its last known location. So the KGB agent told me they could track the sub's location. They must be receiving transmissions somehow. That means there'll be a paper trail. How do you think they're tracking it? Do they have a spy on the submarine? That's always a possibility. The penguins would double-cross each other, but they may have other devices that simply send coordinates to them. For all I know, they're tracking us. It's a risk we have to take doing this line of work. You need to find where the penguins are getting their information from about the submarine. Maybe that rather ill-spoken penguin you know? You know, the one who made you do that fake ID? What was his name? Poodle? I think you mean Noodle. I haven't seen him around, but I suppose it'd be worth talking to him. He was part of the black market. Well, get on with it then. You ready to be a penguin? Alright. Back to it. Hey look, he's right here now. How convenient. Perfectly timed. Noodle. Info is required. Also, do you like my hat? Nobody else is talking about the hat. It's a good hat. Watch out. What you been up to? Oh, just some espionage here, some interrogation there. Waza. What you need from me then? I need to find out the location of the submarine that's gone rogue. So you might have contacts on the inside. Aye, I do. Why you need to know that for? Oh, I'm trying to impress the Pescaling by finding it on my own, but I need more information. Oh, I see. Yes, did me a good deal last time. Suppose I'd be willing to deal again. I don't want much for the info. Are you gonna ask for really obscure items that will send me halfway across the world to get them again? Nah, I don't need nothing like that. I'll make it easy on you. If I tell you my info, yo, the Fettuccine Mafia one favor. My brother Alfredo can call on you whenever he wants. Still want a deal? What kind of favor are we talking about? You're not going to drag me off to at some point to find you more tar, are you? Nah, nothing like that. We won't call you in on it unless you're in the motherland. That's where the family is based. I'm just doing deals on the outpost. We done got no one on the human world to do deals yet. Are you willing to be in debt to the Mafia? Yes. Yes, I'll make that deal with you. Reet. I know where the info on the sub's kept. There's a room full of cubes with penguins wandering around. They keep the info in the back right room. I was gonna get you an ID to get in, but don't cross their paths. You get caught in. Nobody's supposed to go in there, but the guard's a bit thick. That's great, Noodle. Thanks for the help. Proper. Here's your ID. You didn't get it from me. Who has you an ID card? Alright. The room with the cubes. Here we go. It is new. Here's the trainee agent. Wait a moment. I need to see your ID. Show the penguin your ID. You're permitted to pass, comrade. Fantastic. Now we're in here. With, yes, quantity of penguins running around. Study their movements. We got doors we can't open. Penguins walking. Office penguins. Just everywhere. Okay. We need to sneak past the office penguins, essentially. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Okay. Over here. This man's going that way. This man's going this way. Back right room. Sorting table. Ah, found us from that side. Not exactly what caught us there, but that's fine. Different route. We're too close behind him, or something. Worked it up to here at least. No. Only so many directions you can go. A lot of them have penguins, obviously. Not that way. Let me go around this way. Who we got down this side? There's a door we can open. Penguins looking there. There we go. Search the table. HB Bureau of Intelligence and Communication. NMO by 64D4. Naval. Headquarters. 658. Latest transmission. Heading south after recent sighting. Communications suspended near Yanil. Finn. Better get out of here and go show Larry what I found. Go out of here. Sure, we can cut by him. Let's go back the same way here. That'll work fine. That'll work fine. Around and around and around. Probably. Really depends what their line of sight stuff is doing. Could be anything from anywhere in a cone in front of them, or directly in front of them, or anywhere near them. Always hard to say. Always hard to say what mechanics we're working with here. At any rate, that is what we needed. Let's get out of the penguin suit again. Okay, maybe begging, leave me out of here. Growth spurt coming up. We're so small. Whoop. Fantastic. I found a telegram with the location of the submarine. Really, let me see it. And Larry the telegram. Haha, we've got them now. We must hurry, we can't miss the chance. and getting on the submarine. Make sure you bring everything you'll need on the submarine and meet me on the coast east of Yanil. Alright. To Yanil. We got a portal to there in our house. Very convenient. Very cool. Also, possibly, Larry didn't go to Yanil until a later update. This makes this part of it more convenient. We do need to get into the penguin suit. It's clearly useful for that part. It, like, sticks around longer than it used to or something. At any rate, Yanil. Very, very far away from the iceberg. My goodness. Let's find Larry over here on the coast. That's probably not him, that's probably an imp. Yep. A little bit further south. A little bit more coast-like. Over here towards, used to be Hazelmere's area, sometimes. Hey, Larry. Well, now you embark on an exciting adventure. Enclosed spaces, surrounded by enemies, trapped under hundreds of feet of water. No, I don't envy you one bit. Gee, thanks, Larry. You're really great for my morale. That's what I'm here for. To remind you of the impending doom you face. Now then, do you have everything you need? I have everything I need. Now I just need to call the submarine. Prisoner said I need to blow the conch and do a signal to get the submarine to know I want to board. Good, good. I'm going to hide when you do the call. I don't want to see that. I mean, be seen. Yes, I don't want to be seen by it and give away your secrets. We'd better get you in a penguin suit. Are you ready? Alright, I guess so. Penguin time. Always a good time. Penguin time. Alright. And now, blow the conch. That calls the periscope. And now we need to prove that we are them with a wave. Phew, that was right. 2 more moves to do. If I get those right, they should let me on board. And then go for a cheer. Just need 1 more move and I'll have gotten the greeting right. And a bow. There you go. And we get the whole submarine all the way up here. My goodness. And get in. That's a very, very beach submarine, but they manage it. And now here we are on the submarine. We got a penguin. We got an exit funnel. Another penguin. As you survive the trip back to the iceberg, better see the captain before you return to work. We didn't expect to see you again. Report to the captain for a debriefing. Report to the captain. We had an interesting 2D system here. Gotta open the doors. We're still walking around in 3D, but it's 2D kind of stuff. There is a hat stand, barracks, another penguin here. By the time we got back, reported the captain immediately. A ladder go down. There's the area for destroying everything. Captain is in the captain's quarters. So you've come to see me. Yes, sir, I've come to report. No, you've come to destroy me. No, really, sir. Delivered your message to HQ and now I'm reporting back to you. You came back all the way from the iceberg just to report? No, you're here to fulfill your mission. I don't know what you mean, sir. You were approached, perhaps because you're insignificant and merely their errand boy, perhaps because they underestimate you, and you are very important. You are to carry out this task of vital importance to save everyone, to save yourself. That is why you're here, isn't it? There's no point in lying about it. Honesty is a virtue, isn't that what we are taught? Tell him the truth, or keep lying. I'm a lie. Sir, I've returned from the mission you sent me on. I successfully delivered your message to HQ and came back. How much truth can you handle? I suppose it depends what the truth is. How true? The truth you don't seem to be able to handle nor speak of is that you were sent here to wreck my plans. Who sent you doesn't really matter. How can you possibly know that? You would have fooled any soldier who merely spent time in the water. I have not merely spent time in it, I have become one with it. That sounds a bit crazy. No, it's not crazy. My thinking is crystal clear. Everyone else is mad. Did you even stop to consider why? Why you were sent to stop me? Did you ponder it? If what you were doing was right, or if what I was doing was wrong? Did anything you've done ever make sense? Look outside that window. You can look, but you don't understand. The sea is always at war. It's terrible and beautiful in its battles. So terrible that at times you cannot look at it, not through your own eyes. That is what I've learned to do. I've learned to see the sea and the world with new eyes. That doesn't make any sense. Sense? Of course it doesn't make any sense to you. Your senses are dull. They're dull with lies and orders that you follow without thinking. For too long, penguins have been the servants of the landed. We have been dominated by humans, by polar bears, by those who could never compete with us once we are in the sea. Our pescaling is obsessed with dominating them, even adopting their tactics of war. But to truly succeed and begin anew, we must become one with the sea. We must harness its power and become a force of nature. Only then will we wipe out the wrongs done to us. You were sent here to destroy me, but you don't even know me. You will never see. Don't you mean see? No, for you cannot see nor see. And every night I dream that I slither along the edge of a knife. At times I am certain I shall fall, but I still slither. At the end of the dream I see myself. Do you know what I see? You see yourself? No, I see. Great reveal. That we are all but slugs. Slugs, the lowliest and highest of life forms, all at once. I am a slug, and one day you and all your kind will be as well. My men already have begun their journey, though they have taken to wearing fish on their heads, but it is a start. Then all penguins will join us, and together we will bring the world to the mercy of the sea. I grow tired of your presence. Your mission has failed, but as we are on our way to complete our mission, I can't take the time to dispose of you as I would like, so you'll enjoy some time in the brig. Guards. The sea slugs. That was a slug on his head. No wonder he's gone mad. They took my toolbox. How am I going to disable the sub now? With things. Search the hat stand. I seem to be storing spare hats and other weird things on this hat stand. What if there's anything useful? Search the hat stand. Find a great deal of odd items on the hat stand. Okay. We got a swordfish, seaweed, electric eel, shark tooth, crab claw. Yep. I can work with that. Use the swordfish to pick the lock. It's a key swordfish, clearly. Engine panel. We will open it up with the crab claw. Slice the wires with the shark tooth. Put the eel in the wire box. Wrap it up with seaweed. Insert the pufferfish into the pipe and pump the pufferfish. Pump, pump, pump. Rotate the lever. Press it with sea salt. You can't get a grip in the penguin suit. Octopus lever. Octopus lever. Nice suction action. You'll have to see it. Channel enough air into the engine to change direction. Then ram the swordfish in as a lever. There we go. I did it. That should disable the submarine. There goes the engine. Land ho. They really have to start putting us in stronger prisons. Yes, I did it. I disabled the submarine. Larry, this doesn't look like Yaniel. Where are we, Larry? I can't see anything in this suit. Take off the penguin suit. Pescaling packs. I'm afraid Larry can't speak to you just now. A gag is preventing him. What? Where'd you come from? What did you do to Larry? One question at a time, please. I'll start with, where did you come from? I can't resist enlightening your puny brain. After our last encounter, when I took that clever suit of yours, We have been hard at work. We constructed this submarine and had great plans for what we could do with it. But the captain went a bit mad and stole the submarine. Fortunately, I realized that you and your intrepid explorer friend here were sniffing around again. I decided to let you do all the legwork for us and track down the submarine. But not everything went according to your plans. The dwarves helped me. Just too bad you caught up with us so quickly, or we would have gotten away with it. You humans are naive. Do you really think I'd let you speak to my top researchers if I wasn't sure they were loyal to me? But... Aha! Yes, you were rather gullible. We even got the suits out of the deal. It was a simple matter of telling you we were teaching you to disable the submarine, when really you were simply recalibrating the end destination. You told it to come to this deserted island, where we've been awaiting your arrival. But how could you? Why would the dwarves join forces with the penguins? Can't you see this won't benefit you in the long run? Not all dwarves have joined us. Our small group fractured from our main party, the Red Axe. We got tired of waiting for our great leader to strike against you humans. The penguins are much more eager to achieve their world domination. I'm growing bored. Say your last goodbyes to your explorer friend. We'll be taking him to the motherland for a long interrogation session. You, on the other hand, will meet your fate here on this deserted island. I hope you enjoy your slow death. Don't worry, Larry. I'll get off this island and rescue you, I swear it. That's right, you tell him, Larry. Make sure the penguin's evil plans never come to fruition. I love the empty threats of humans. Time to go. So long, hardcore ultimate Ironman, Artic. It's been fun manipulating you. Not the first time that's happened. Alright. They've gone. How am I going to get out of here? Correct answer is teleportation, but all of our spells are stuck here. Hey, Chuck. What are you doing here? Whoosh. Trees can't talk. Look, I know you're a polar bear. Will you just talk to me? But I'm in disguise. You can't see a polar bear in disguise. In snow, you can't see a polar bear when they're in snow. We're on a tropical island. We may need to have a meeting about that. What are you doing here? Why are you dressed like a tree? A palm tree to be exact. I'm here because we've been tracking you and Larry's movements. We knew you were about to make a breakthrough and wanted to be standing by. Who is this we you refer to? Are you working with the penguins? Those plebeians? I think not. I'm Chuck, and I'm from the PBJ. We've been working with Larry to stop those insane penguins from taking over the world. Why didn't Larry tell me? For your safety. Larry's trying to protect us and you. As long as we weren't connected, the penguins wouldn't be interested in you. But Larry said, should anything happen to him, we should trust you and work with you to make things right. He says you're the only one he trusts. What will happen to him? Where have they taken him? The penguins know their outpost is no longer secure, so they won't take him there. They'll take him to the motherland and interrogate him. But don't worry about him. He expected this to happen eventually. He uses this to his advantage. Larry is very, very clever. We should go after them. We can rescue him before... No, you are not ready to go to the motherland, and neither are we. It's not something to approach unprepared. What we must do now is pool our resources and wait for the right moment. And our first plan of action is to get off this blastedly hot island. A fair plan, indeed. Well, this is an interesting way to travel. Gets us back to shore. This is a much more comfortable place to speak. What happened? Why are you in that cage? This is my new assignment. I'm gonna take over Larry's post at the zoo until he returns. I'll be keeping an eye on the penguins from here. What's going to happen? Can't believe I helped those blasted penguins. Don't regret it. All is not lost. With Larry on the inside, we may finally have the advantage we need. Chin up, my human friend. Things are always darkest before the end. Quest complete. 1 quest point. 3,000 construction XP, 2,000 thieving XP, 1,500 hunter XP. Access to the penguin hunting area, which we're going to go check out. Polar bear to spot each week with penguin hide and seek. And 4 aquatically themed hats. That's great. And also, Chuck is here now, since Larry is gone. This is the new spot for the penguin weekly business. So yeah, we got all these hats. We got the Ray hat, the Puffer hat, the Monkfish hat, and the Octopus hat. Amazing. Fantastic. We destroy these. We need to go back to the penguin outpost to get another, which is unfortunate. That's alright. Destroy the Ray, destroy the Monkfish. Got the extra thread, wield this. Don't need the penguin suit. Always make more. That's a little bit more inventory space. But yeah. 2 things we need to go do. We need to go check out the penguin hunting area, which is now a thing. And also, polar bear spying. We can also talk to Jim now. Hey Jim. How's about the hunting ground? Psst. Oh, so you can talk now. Oh, I could always talk, but I don't want to reveal myself to the enemy. Well, what do you want? Heard of Larry's capture. Sorry for your loss. Larry was very brave. Yeah, I hope he's okay, wherever he is. That's why I wish to speak to you. I'm instructed to assist you in infiltrating the penguins and training for future assignments. What? What future assignments? When you go rescue Larry, of course. And it's not a task to be approached unprepared. So what am I supposed to do? Should you wish to infiltrate the penguins, then granted access to the spell that puts you in the penguin suit. It's more than that, though. New iceberg is floated down from the north. Bring with it reinforcements for the penguin outpost. Prepare for the times ahead. We provide some equipment for you to practice hunting and tracking penguins. In exchange for the experience you gain, we only ask that you hand over the captured KGP agents to us. Simply jump across the ice floes here. Why KGP agents? What will you do with them? That's classified. You don't need to know. Press him further. That's not good enough. I'm tired of just taking orders. What will you do with the captured penguins? Very well, if you insist on knowing. We'll interrogate them and keep them imprisoned. They may reveal valuable information about Larry's location. That's why we only want KGP agents. The other penguins know nothing of interest. Alright. Jump across the ice floes. Jumping across over to a new place where we can hunt penguins, and they won't suspect a thing as we jump all the way over here to the penguins in the penguin hunting area, which is where we're going. Ice day for penguins. Song unlocked. Here's penguins. All kinds of different penguins. All kinds of different hunting options here. All of them not particularly great. That's alright. We've got tracking penguins at level 45. Net trapping penguins at level 50. Dead falling penguins at 51. And box trapping penguins at 56. We can use raw cod for bait. That doesn't really matter. Definitely a thing. There's also ruined boat over here. We can get various hunter supplies. That's something. Inspect the campfire. So this campsite was abandoned a long time ago. Campfire hasn't been lit a long time. I wonder who brought all this equipment. Definitely something. We got fishing rods. We got driftwood, ropes, nets, box traps, knives. Yep. If we ever wanted to hunt here, which we don't. And we get the spies and turn them back in for additional XP. It's only 2 though, so it's not even worth jumping over for. At any rate, now we just need to go and find the polar bear that's hiding. Unlike the penguins, which roam around all over the world, the polar bear spies are always in a well, and they just stay there. There it is. Inspect the well. Total polar bears found 1, which is 1 more penguin point. Bring up the maximum per week that can be gained to 16. Of course, we still can't use all those penguin points because the XP rate changes per point and everything. So we're going to have to calculate it now based on 16 total points available. Which is still better, though. So, that's pretty good. Well, this 1 penguin point has our reward for finishing the quest here. I'm going to go turn this in for 1 point worth of XP. And no longer with Larry, because Larry's gone, of course. So now we need to talk hide and seek with Chuck. Specifically, 1 point, 1 lamp, 1 point worth. And this, in Herblore, is level 76. Wow. That is regular magic potion, changed to super magic potion later. And also, later, grand ranging potions. That's something. Lantodime and potato cactus. That is, in fact, the plan. Or, no. It's Lantodime and something else. Scale dust. Anyways. We got all these herbs to deal with, and these charms. So, we're gonna do some summoning and herblore for sure. Just got a herblore level. We got 4,500 herbs to get some more herblore levels. I'm also going to be obviously just continuing to do penguin hide and seek with 16 points, and then calculating how much points we get to use. That's also going to be more herblore XP. Herblore, very important. Gonna get some XP. It's gonna be great. 138,000 XP for the next level, and it only keeps going up. Also need to go get our axe back and our lunar staff. We want to use that. We got fire staff when we need to alch things. Anyways, I'm gonna be starting by dealing with the resources we have here. Next time. Goodbye.